Hey, hey, just trying to get a little bit ready for the warm temps that are coming next week. Got some water jugs filled from the rain barrels. I did run the sprinkler for a couple hours today and got a nice deep soak. I think my rain gauge said it was like an inch of water, just to get them ready for this week. I'll probably water again in a couple days in the morning. But I was out here, I was going to check and see about peas and see which of my shelling peas are actually done and show you how you can tell. So if you were growing snow peas, that's what you would pick them at. You can also pick these and eat them, but I actually got them for shelling peas. So you could eat pea pods like this, and if you had snow peas, this is what you would pick off. But I like to see them full of seeds. So you can see the seeds through the seed pods there and there and there, but those are not done. So what you want to look for is something that is really round. So if you roll it around in your fingers, it's very round, very full. If I wait too much longer, these will actually go to seed. The peas will actually become dry and hard and ready to grow. So I'm looking for more pods that are this size. And what I like to do is put them in the refrigerator until I have enough to sit down and shell. And then I will either freeze them, or what I really love to do is use the dehydrator, because peas rehydrate super, super well. So let's look for some of those. Let's look for some of those peas. Nope, nope. And I'm going to find them mostly toward the bottoms, because those are the first peas that actually grew. And you can you grab them with your pinky, you grab this part with your finger, and pop them off. You don't have to cut them. You can do them with one hand. Just be careful that you don't pull them too hard. Your kids can be taught to do that too. Not quite this one. It's still a little oblong. Kind of like a tire. Like if you're going to roll this around as a tire, it would be floppy and it would say like womp womp womp. Let's see any more down here. Nope, not ready yet. Not ready. No. Here's my San Marzano tomato plant. Very happy. Let's go up here. Ooh, that one's close. Not ready yet. There are some in the back though, behind this fence that I can get to. You can see the holes of the fencing are large enough to fit your fingers through. Not a whole hand, not an adult hand. A kid hand could work. But I can see some back here that look like they're ready. I can always pull them out and see. Ooh, so close. Not yet. Not quite yet. Let's see. Any more? Not on this side necessarily. What I like to do too is I like to sometimes shake the fence, and you can kind of feel things that are really, really heavy. I do that with cucumbers too, and they're ready to pick, because there's like an after, like a reverberation on the fence, the trellis. Oh, that's so close. I know that once it gets hot this week, I won't be out here. I doubt I will be out here much at all. So I like to harvest as much as I can if it's ready before the heat comes. The other part is that peas don't like heat. That's a good one. I'm going to take it. Peas don't like heat. They start drying out and dying off. That's a normal process for peas in the heat in the summer. That's a very normal process. So I can get it. There we go. So people will say, oh, why did my peas die? Well, because they don't like it hot. They like it cool. And so these are considered cool crops. You plant them in very early spring, like March. You could actually put the seeds in the ground for peas while the ground is frozen. Or not frozen, but, well, it's super cold. And they will survive light frosts. That one's pretty good. Like I said, they're closer to the bottom. So close. Ah, that's a good one. And they kind of look a little bit different color too. They're a little bit duller than the other kinds of peas. These still kind of are smooth, and they have like, these have more of a dull, like a waxy finish. I'm gonna pull that one. And I'm gonna pull that one too. They are not gonna grow more. They're not gonna grow bigger when I pull them, but I just don't want to miss any peas. Put them in a different hand over here in my pocket. I wear pants and dresses and everything with pockets. I can put all my harvests in them. It's so much easier than baskets and things like that. And it's because it's all just right there. Oh, that's close. I'm gonna pull it. And I've said it before, if you have not eaten fresh peas from the garden, you are missing out. So if any of you grew up in the 60s or 70s, when canned foods were a big deal, because parents were working and processing of food was, ooh yeah, I'm gonna give birth. Processing of food was, they were using science to figure out how to process food. You can remember probably very vividly, squishy peas from a can, and that was the time where you had to clean your plate, where there's no dessert and all that kind of stuff. But fresh peas from the garden, you just can't beat them. You cannot beat them with a stick. They are amazing. They're like candy. They are so sweet and so delicious, and they're untouched by any human hands because they're in the pods. So it's like they have their own protective packaging, which is cool. Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Like I said, I'm holding it with my thumb and my finger. And I'm not a great pea puller. I'm sure there's people that grow a lot more peas than I do. And they're very, very good at it. So these are cool crops. You can grow them in the spring and you can grow them again in the fall. You can start them probably at the end of, or the mid-August. And you'll probably get a pretty decent harvest in the fall. Or the end of August. Yeah, I don't really see, I don't think I looked at this one. Let me see. Check it. Oh yeah, I'm going to take that one. And I'm going to take, nope, that one's not ready. Patience, Tam. Patience. It's so hard to have patience. Okay, so that side is done. I have almost a mirror image on the other side. These aren't growing as well as these over here. They might get more sun on this side. But on the other hand, these will probably die out sooner because of the sun and the heat. They're on the west side of the garden than the other ones. But I also have some trees now that provide shade, like right around, I think it's around 3 or 4 o'clock. The sun starts going like to the side here, and it will provide a little bit of shade on this side. Because full sun, guys, like if you look at a pea package, it'll say plant in full sun. Well, full sun really is like 6 to 8 hours a day. So full sun is not sunrise to sunset. And a lot of people just starting out, I broke that one. Bummer. I guess I gotta eat them. Look at that pea. I'm gonna eat that right in my mouth. Oh, the other thing is ducks like peas too. So what I found is chickens do not like the pea pods, but ducks like them a lot. And right now the ducks are playing in the puddles from the sprinklers. They are very muddy ducks. Really? Is that necessary? It's not very graceful or gentlemanly like. Right now the ducks are playing. I'm eating all these peas out of this pod because I broke it. So if it's broken, you gotta eat it. But the ducks do. So watch this. You will see the chicken. Oh, I'll go this way because they run away. I'll go this way. The chickens won't want these. Ducks, peas, ducks, peas, ducks. Get the pea. Get the pea. Whoop, gone. Gone. Like Grand Theft Auto. Gone in 60 seconds, but it's more like gone in 6 seconds. Ducks love stuff the chickens don't. Like Creeping Charlie. They love Creeping Charlie. They'll eat all of the Creeping Charlie. I put stacks and stacks and stacks of Creeping Charlie in there yesterday. And it's gone. They will eat all of that. They do like chamomile heads that are already past because their petals are off. I don't know that I can harvest them when they're like that. There's another pea pod. Ducks, peas, gone. Bye. But now if I just gave those to the chickens, they wouldn't touch them. Looks like the chickens won't touch the Creeping Charlie, but the ducks will. Alright, so back to peas. Pea harvesting. I got a pea. Just like this, and then like snap, just like this, and then like snap. Ooh, these are really thick. Good. I only have 2 pockets. I might need more pockets. I'm gonna need a bigger boat. Ooh, this is a good one back here. And again, we're looking for them round. Round like a marker. I don't know what else round like. Not oval, not oblong. So if you're going to eat pea pods, you can get them like this when they're flat, like a sword. You can fry those up real easy, or you could just use these pea pods and you could just let some of your the bigger ones actually turn into seed, dry out on the vine, and those could be the ones that you use for next year. Oh, I broke this one. Oh no. Come on, you ding dong. Okay. I gotta eat the pea. I won't share the peas with the ducks because I love them, but look at the pot. Alright, I'm gonna use this purple one later. Let's see. I'll show you too how the ducks just turn their noses up at it. Ooh, that's a good one. Nice and thick. All the way around. Hold it, pull it. Not yet, not yet. So here's the thing. The more that you harvest things, the more flowers they're going to send up. The reason they even bother making the flowers is to make seeds to reproduce. So if I'm taking the seeds they're expecting to use to reproduce, they're like, oh, well, we need to make flowers so we can make more seeds. So the best way to get bigger produce, is to harvest regularly. Because that's what the plants want to do. They want to reproduce. When they don't have the seeds, they want to make more seeds. See, so there's more flowers here. So if it's cool enough and you keep it moist enough, the soil moist enough, and you keep it cool enough, these peas can produce for quite a while. And if you have shady spots. So these are a little bit shaded by some of the things. We have the trees over here. This plastic I keep over the arch just so the chickens have somewhere dry to be. This provides a lot of shade in the morning. The trees up here provide a lot of shade in the morning. So by the time the sun reaches here, it doesn't last real long. Now, June 21st is the very longest day of the year, and that's because the sun goes directly over everything. It goes directly from east to west. It doesn't do any kind of like different rotation across the sky. So like in the winter, the sun will go from east to west, but it'll go like this kind of angle. So the sun that you get is really low on the horizon. And then as the year goes by, it gets higher and higher in the sky. But on June 21st, it's going to go directly over. So that's the longest day of the year. And from June 21st, then the direction of the sun, the path of the sun starts going down lower and lower and lower again until in the south end, it is all the way down at the bottom. And there's a hummingbird on the, is it hummingbird? On the fence. And can I zoom? It was making like machine gun noises. It probably is. Hummingbirds love moving water. Oh, I think it's too big for a hummingbird. But hummingbirds do love moving water, especially when there's sprinklers on and misters. And they will, I think that is a hummingbird. It's making those noises again. And they will go and they will shower in the moving water. So if you have your sprinklers on early morning or in the evening, like it's getting to be sunset here, look for the birds. And you'll probably find them. Now that's super cool. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that was a hummingbird. Just flew off. It would be super cool if it, went into the sprinkler as I was showing you. So peas. Yeah, I was doing peas. I think I found everything I can harvest now. Yes, I did run my sprinklers. I ran them over here. I've got peppers and tomatoes up in there, flowers, perennial nursery, and other flowering plants, snapdragons, things like that on that side. Over here I have onions, garlic, chamomile in the back. I've got more garlic and more onions. Do you see? It's like a pattern. And I'm planting really close together. That shades the root zones of everybody else. It captures water, keeps things more cool. If the sun can't reach the soil because it's shaded, it's going to stay cooler. Oh, I see some scapes I got to get. All right, well, peas, I've got some I'm going to eat, but I'm not going to do that right now. I did grab some Swiss chard that I keep over by the chickens. I like to give them to them when they have some holes in them, because I know there's probably bugs on them. So the chickens love this. Here we go. Oh, the chickens went in. No, they didn't. Lily! Lily! Here you go, Jazzy. They like Swiss chard. Lily! Lily! Oh, she's getting bugs. And he's trying to tell them, hey, there's something delicious here. That's what a good rooster does. He tells his ladies, hey, come and get some. Come and get some, it's good. The ducks are coming over. Hey, what you got over there? Oh, you are so messy, duck. Oh my goodness. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. Oh, the ducks are liking the Swiss chard. Swiss chard, whatever you call it. Yep. Alright. So they're going to do that. They're the last ones to go to bed too. Anyway, I was going to come over here. Oh, here's some strawberries I keep for them. Near the... Oh my gosh, that's almost a perfect strawberry. Look at that deliciousness. They like the leaves too. So if I get too many plants, I can just pull some of the leaves off. And they're already sending out runners over here. And the strawberries just like to grow, basically. These are going to go to the birds. And they like them. Alright, I have some scapes over here. Garlic scapes. Those are those twists that you see on the plants. And they end with a piece of, not a piece, but they end with a bud, a flower bud, basically. Remember I said plants just want to make seeds, and that's why they make flowers, so they can make seeds. The problem is we want all the energy to be focused on the bulb, not on seeds. Some people wait until the scapes are twisted this much, one loop, and then they take them off, and it's really easy. I just use my fingernail and it's off. Some people wait till that long and they use them for cooking. Oh, I thought I saw another one that was long, like, yes, this one's another long one. I just go down to the leaf, fingernail or scissors, pull it, and it is just like garlic, except that it is not white. So you can use this, and it's really, really strong. You can use this in all kinds of dishes, cut up, things like that. But remember, we're trying to prevent the plant. We don't want the plant to make seeds. We want it to focus on making the bulbs underground. So this is one thing that happens. We plant our garlic in the fall, around Halloween is when I do it. And then we take off the scapes. And it's usually going to be ready to harvest. It's been my experience in my zone, my area, around the 4th of July. Which is kind of convenient because then you can pull them up and dry them out and then store them and cut them up and preserve them and dehydrate them and things like that. So when in doubt about when you should take it off, you could take it off any time that you see basically this flower head. You do not have to wait for the circle. You just get more scape if you like material that you can cook with if you wait until it loops, but you do not have to wait that long. So you can take it off at any time you see a flower head, because we don't want seeds, we want bulbs, and you're going to get bigger bulbs that way. So garlic is a good plant to put in its own little corner. It likes a lot of sun in its own little corner where it's not disturbed and it's not having to compete with other things. It does like to be weeded. I haven't weeded lately. Onions definitely want to be weeded regularly. They don't want to compete with anyone. So you can weed those really well. But because I like to have fun in my garden and enjoy coming out and not find it a chore, I like pockets of fun. I like pockets of chamomile. I like pockets of pansies. My dahlias. There's no show dahlias here. This is just for fun. Some more pansies. Snapdragons. I like the color. The color will increase the bee population and the other pollinators. It will attract them to this area. And if I had anything that needed pollinating, they would take care of it. But plus, it's not just green. It's kind of fun to see things. I don't see any more scapes here. Nope, that's it. Okay, so those are the peas, so there's the scapes, I got a strawberry, got some Swiss chard. Swiss chard also, along with other greens like spinach and arugula and any lettuces, they like shade. So it's perfectly fine to put them in a shady place. If it's going to make just leaves or roots, then you don't need full sun. And you could do 4 to 6 hours of sun, or sometimes even less. They like it shady. If it gets too warm, then greens will do what they call bolt. That means they think they're going to die, and they send up those stalks. I'll show you. My cilantro is like that. Anyone who grows cilantro that's not slow bolt runs into that. So this cilantro says, it's too hot, it's too sunny, I'm going to die, which is okay. I used it already when it was real short. So it sent up stalks to send flowers, and what are they going to make with the flowers? They're going to make seeds. And when they make the seeds, then they can reproduce. So once they make the seeds, they can spread all over the garden. You'll have cilantro for the rest of your life if you want to. And they're going to attract pollinators. So the more pollinators you can bring into your garden and into your yard, the better off your produce is going to be altogether. Because the pollinators are not just your bees or your butterflies or hummingbirds. It's also going to be hoverflies. It's going to be other kinds of flies that come to these, but particularly hoverflies, they like the really flat, small flowers like this, and the chamomile especially. And if you've dealt with aphids before, if you're struggling with aphids, then you got to get you some hoverflies. And the way you get hoverflies is for short, flat, petally flowers. I don't know if I can show you that. Let's see. These strawberries have had a good run. I never weeded them or anything. I just watered them. I think I did put duck butt water on it though. Not the ones we're going to eat. Here's some chamomile here. That's all wet, so they probably are not hanging out there. But let's see. I think I got some dry stuff over here. Another container I made just for fun. This is nuts. This is Comfrey going nuts. And Comfrey sends down roots that are really deep, and they pull minerals out of the soil that the other plants can't get to. So Comfrey is great to have as a chop and drop. You chop it and you just lay it in places where you want the soil to be enriched. It decomposes. You could also make a tea, you can shred it, all different kinds of ways, but you're going to get the minerals out of the soil and into the plants where you want them. Here's some more chamomile. Lots of chamomile. Oh, I do see some hoverflies flying around. But they love to lay their eggs around these plants, and they do go after aphids. It's a natural aphid predator. Hoverflies. There's one. Nope, that's a fly. But hoverflies love, love, love aphids. The more aphids, the better. Alright, I think that's all I got for now. That's it. That's it. Here's my scary little garden over here. But it's okay. It's okay. And I did use yesterday when it was nice and cool to organize my greenhouse so I know where everything is. I cleaned it out. Did some maintenance I've been meaning to do. I just never got around to it. I managed to do that. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to weed some of my perennials. This was so cool because all the perennials in here and over here, these were all winter sown. And so if you were to buy perennials in the stores, for example, this is Shasta daisy, the white daisies. If you buy those big things, they could be $25. But if you can start them from seed with winter sowing, that would be amazing. You would save so much money if you could do that. But you have to try it. And you have to do it. There's no try, there's only do. Is that what Yoda says? Okay. And I do see some trouble spots, so tomorrow morning I'm going to have to come out here. I'm going to have to get rid of these bottom leaves that are touching the soil because they're going to contaminate the leaves with disease. Anything that's touching the soil. And actually I could probably go even higher up. Probably half of the leaves I could take off because there's a lot of fresh leaves on these tomatoes that are looking just fine. Look at these other tomatoes over here. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I pruned the tomatoes. I need to do those. Prune those, prune those. These are pretty happy over here. Awesome. Okay, those are doing well. Those are doing okay. And then I've got milkweed in random places. I don't care so much if it's not in the way. This is the north side of the gardens. So I don't care if they grow tall over here. They're not going to block out the sun. But I had them growing in the greenhouse too, and I'm like, really? You're not going to find a monarch in the greenhouse, a monarch butterfly. So, yeah. So that's about it. I got my little fake snakes. That was just to keep critters from coming and bugging the perennials I put in there. And I thought I put in all my plants. I thought I planted everything. I forgot I had some over here. I've got... This is Jennifer Rebecca. It's a reblooming irises. So it blooms in the spring multiple times. So you don't get just one bloom, which I thought was going to be super cool. I put that in. This is Blue Empire. It's actually a little shrubby kind of plant. It's supposed to be, I thought it was like 3x3. 2x3. So it's 2x3. It's like 2 or 3 foot tall, 2 or 3 foot wide, and it's a shrub, and you get a cloud of blue, it says, from mid to late summer. Well-behaved garden plant. We like that. It's very attractive to butterflies. So they have deep purple blue flowers, closely spaced on long stems, etc. So I have 3 of those I need to put in. Those actually hung out in the greenhouse over winter. So did these. I got to put those in the ground. These hung out over the winter time. These are swamp milkweed. These are probably pink. There's some sedum. This actually is 2 years old now. And what had happened was I winter sowed 2 years ago and it didn't come up. But what did come up was one little sedum, and it was like this big 2 years ago when it came up. So what I wanted to seed, or what I wanted to grow, didn't grow, but this did. So this is the original mama plant, and she has put out all these babies. All of these babies can be divided out and to put into separate planters, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet, almost. And then I also have some Swedish ivy, which I love. And if you get a chance to smell Swedish ivy, you've got to do it. So you break off, or you just take one of these leaves, maybe from the bottom so nobody notices, or grab one that's fallen off and push it between your fingers and smell it. It smells like juicy fruit gum. The kind that came in the yellow package. I think it was Wrigley's Spearmint. But it wasn't Spearmint, Wrigley's. But it was juicy fruit gum. It smells so, so good. Swedish ivy. And then this is the lime plant. And all of the leaves fell off. Except now, they're growing new leaves. And they have spikes. I didn't know they have spikes. This is going to be a problem for me. I don't like pain. I don't like to grow plants that have pain, that cause me pain. I have to do something with this basil too. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. This is a lime plant, and these both, I had those in the greenhouse just a little bit ago, and I took them out because it was just getting too hot in there. But it's had some blooms a couple times, which smell delicious. They're like soft and sweet smelling, like not cloying, but just like gentle, but strong. Gentle but strong, if that's possible. And, oh my gosh, I have a lime. Oh my gosh, there's a lime. Holy smokes. Guys, you gotta look at your plants sometimes, because I just realized we have a lime. Woo, woo, woo. What I was gonna say is, I've heard that they need pollinators to actually make fruit. Hey Dave, come here. That's what I heard, is that they need pollinators. So I said, I gotta bring them outside or they're not gonna get any pollinators. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that lemon plant. It's got thorns. Thorns and me don't work. I have something very exciting to show you. I have something very exciting to show you. Check this out. Look at this.
What is it?
Look, look, look.
I see it. What is it?
Look. What do you think it is? What's it look like?
I don't know. A lime?
A lime! It's our first lime.
Okay. Looks like you got a whole bunch of them trying to all queued up here.
And they smell so good. Smell so good. But I heard they need pollinators, so I had to bring it out of the greenhouse. Plus, it was getting really hot in there. And it did not stand a chance because I would never go in there. It was too hot. But then look at this. The lemon plant, it lost all its leaves, but it's growing these top ones. See? And then look at the stems. There's pokers on there.
Okay. Yeah.
Thorns.
It's going to protect his fruit.
You know what it is? It's terrible. Not good. Not happy with that. But I am very happy with the lime.
Shake your fist at God then.
Yeah. And then I don't know like how big the limes are supposed to get. So I have to do research. I didn't do any research. But I know in the store. Wait, no, it's a lemon. Really? That's a lemon, but it's green. Crap.
Well, they start out that way.
Okay, this is a key lime. This is the lime. That's pokey. I am so silly. This is a lemon, so we gotta wait till it gets yellow. And the flowers, they smell so good. They're very, very strong. I can't believe that. Sorry, I didn't call you a lemon. It's a lemon, a green lemon. Not quite yet. All right, that concludes this tour for now, I think. It's been a very long weekend, very stressful week. I got some basil right there next to my tomatoes. Love it. I put in some snapdragons and some, what is this, rosemary? Yeah, rosemary and some alyssum. Hoverflies like alyssum too. And some zinnias. These are actually really tall zinnias, but it's going to look kind of cool when it's done. I haven't really done container planting much, so I want to try it. Here's a snapdragon in the middle, zinnias around the outsides. Oh, these are state fair zinnias, so they're going to be variegated. Some chamomile and some oregano. Yum. Get off me. So, that concludes this tour. Good night, ducks. I got pockets full of peas to take care of. You guys stay cool. Keep your stuff cool too. If you got animals, make sure they have shade and water. You can put frozen pop bottles in their water to encourage them to drink, to keep it cool. You can also use, oh, I'm going to show you this, one more thing. Actually, it's not going to be working right now because the sun's going down, I think. But I had made a fountain for just the poultry in general out of a 5-gallon bucket, a solar fountain kit, and some hose. And I can fill this whole thing up. It lasts about a week at least. And it just trickles out the top a little at a time. And they just come up there. The chickens, they just peck at it, get a drink. The ducks will do their beaks, and they'll do that. And then I just made one out of a 5-gallon bucket that was white. Who cares what color it is? And I don't know if it's going to be working because, like I said, the sun is down. Oh, no, it's not working right now. Okay. I'll have to come back when it's sunny. So when it's the hottest part of the day, I've got the solar panel up here, the little solar panel, threads down through here, and then the water comes out that little hose in the middle. There's a fill hole I can use to make it easy to fill. And, stop, Pluto! And I also drilled holes all around to fit ducks' heads and chickens' heads, so they can get the fresher water. And that's replacing all these milk jugs that I had for the ducks. I have one milk jug left here, and I'm going to take that out probably after this week. So they will be using just this for the drinking water inside for ducks, because they don't really use the nippler one. Chickens use that. But I like them because they're covered. And even if like chickens stand on top of this, it's very hard for them to get their poop in there, which is disgusting. So, all right, that's all I got. Love you guys. Have a good Sunday. Bye.